Hi, this is Dhruv from FoneArena.com and this is a video review of the Xolo Play T1000. One of the first mid-range handsets to be equipped with the Tegra 3 processor, the Xolo Play T1000 brings with it a promise of high-end gaming capabilities. Does it live up to its claims? Keep watching to find out. In terms of design, the handset doesn't really stray from the trend, and it has the same tried and tested design language as seen always. It is essentially a giant touchscreen slab with physical elements like the buttons built around the screen's frame. The front has a large 4.7-inch 720p screen that is of the IPS variety and is built around the one glass solution technology that is all the rage these days. The screen doesn't seem to have a Gorilla Glass layer and is unfortunately very fingerprint and smudge prone. That said, the display itself is quite gorgeous. The buttons provide good tactile feedback and are relegated to the right side of the phone. You can see the power key and the volume rocker here. Over at the back of the Xolo Play T1000, you'll spot the camera module encased in an aluminium and glass island with an LED flash below it. A secondary microphone can also be seen here, while the speaker is located towards the bottom. Xolo and Nvidia branding is also visible. The matte finish material used is quite grippy and it should help the device from slipping off. The top of the handset is where you'll find the 3.5mm audio jack as well as the micro USB port. The backplate of the Xolo Play T1000 is removable and under it you can find the 2000 mAh battery pack. There's also a full-size SIM card slot as well as the micro SD card slot. The phone clocks in at 10.44mm thickness, 167 grams of weight, which is on the heavier side, but we quite like the reassuring heft. The quality of plastics used is also quite good. As we mentioned earlier, the screen on the Xolo Play T1000 is a 4.7-inch 720p HD IPS panel. The screen has a pixel density of 312 ppi. The OGS technology used means that the viewing angles and clarity are exceptional. Overall, the screen is one of the best ones that we have seen in this category. Moving on to software. The Xolo Play T1000 runs on Android 4.1.1 Jelly Bean and it has an almost stock Android experience. Xolo has not made many changes to the interface and you can notice changes only in the dialer and the contacts application. A few additional apps that provide value-added services to the user include Xolo Care, Xolo Power and Xolo Secure. In terms of performance, the Xolo Play is powered by a 1.5 GHz Tegra 3 processor and alongside it is the 1GB of RAM. Internal storage is quite limited at just 4GB, but you can expand it with the microSD card slot. Despite the powerful chipset being used, performance isn't as good as you'd expect. There's a hint of lag that can be seen throughout the OS. It isn't really a deal breaker, but is something worth mentioning. Let's take a look at some of the benchmark scores. Talking about the camera interface is based on the stock Jelly Bean app. The interface is quite simple with the viewfinder on the left side and the shutter key on the right side. The left side of the viewfinder has no settings, while on the right side we have the toggle switch for the front and rear cameras at the top. Below that we have the zoom slider and at the bottom we have the settings icon. You can check out the complete camera review of the handset here. In terms of image quality, the pictures were quite reasonable. Shots in daylight came out quite well with nice colors and level of details was high. In the low light shots, however, there was a bit of noise and we found that the focus was not always spot on. When the flash was used, the images weren't as bright as we would have expected and the noise levels remained. Macro photographs were quite good, but focusing took a lot of time. The Xolo Play T1000 is being teased as a gaming device and it is powered by a 1.5 GHz Nvidia Tegra 3 quad-core processor which has 1GB of RAM and a ULP GeForce GPU. We tried out a few games like Dead Trigger, Shadowgun, NFS Most Wanted, Asphalt 7 and Modern Combat 4. Let's check out the gaming performance of the handset. The Xolo Play T1000 ticks all the boxes in terms of connectivity options, and these range from Wi-Fi 802.11, B, G and N, Bluetooth 3.0 and also AGPS. As mentioned earlier, the inbuilt storage is 4GB, but this can be expanded via the microSD card slot. Xolo has made it possible to install third-party applications to the SD card, which should make it easier to get around the limitations imposed by the small built-in storage. The 2000 mAh battery pack proves to be sufficient for a workday of usage, but you will definitely have to charge up the device overnight. The Xolo Play T1000 marries specifications that were high-end last year to a device that delivers premium build quality and a gorgeous screen at a very attractive price point of Rs 15,599. The Tegra 3 processor paired with the Tegra Zone app aims to provide a fantastic gaming experience on the handset. Performance is reasonably good but could do with some improvement. If you enjoyed a review of the Xolo Play T1000, do hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe.